Hi, Dr. Lou here. I wanted to go over what to expect for your ICL procedure today, so very excited for you. You should have gotten hopefully all of this information already, but just to clarify some of these things and the frequently asked questions, or if you need a review, or if you just like hearing things multiple times, please reference this video as much as you want, and then anything that's not clear in this video, please feel free to reach out to the office, text us, email us, just like you've been communicating with us. So you should have received an email that goes over how to get to the Envision Sky Park Center where your ICL procedure will be performed. And in that email also some directions on how to get there. It's kind of nestled into a business park looking complex. But if you just put it into Google Maps, that should kind of take you exactly there, and then going into that main building, and then it's kind of down the hallway. And you should also receive some communication directly from Sky Park. So typically the procedures that are done there, they do start IVs and have an anesthesia provider there. That won't be necessary for your procedure because it's a little bit more straightforward. So they may tell you that you can't eat after 12 a.m. and that you're gonna have an IV. So those are not correct. You can have a light breakfast and you won't be getting an IV, but you will be getting lots of eye drops. So usually you'll be told to get there 45 minutes before the procedure. It'll be sometime early in the morning, so probably either like 6:15 or 7 a.m. And you'll get there, they'll take your information, they'll get your vitals, they'll start giving you lots of eye drops, and they'll be giving you an oral relaxing medication, which works very well for most people, but it does have a bitter taste, so that's just something to expect. And then I will be seeing you before your procedure. We could potentially have you sign the consent on the procedure day, but just make sure you have already reviewed it and don't have any questions, because we don't want you taking that relaxing medication and then signing the consent if you still have questions about it. And feel free to reach out for any specifics on that as well. The procedure itself you'll probably be in the procedure room for about an hour, and during that time you'll be getting lots of eye drops as well. So eye drops to dilate the eyes, eye drops to numb the eyes, eye drops to clean the eye. So by the time we actually do the procedure, you should be fairly desensitized to things being around your eyes, and you shouldn't feel anything sharp or pokey during the procedure itself, but you will feel tickling sensations. You'll be feeling that kind of eyelid supporter, and there's going to be a drape over your face as well. So if you need anything during the procedure, you can talk, and I'll be talking to you as well, but try your best not to reach up, because everything around your face will be sterile. I'll be sterile, I'll have an assistant who'll be sterile, but if you have to cough or scratch something, you can let me know. So we do want you to talk if you need anything, but not to move suddenly or reach up. And really the worst part of the procedure is in the very beginning, when you first get that first numbing drop. That usually stings quite a bit, but it is a numbing drop, so after a few seconds it gets numb. Try your best during that time, if you can, just to breathe, not squeeze your eyes tight, but just kind of relax. If you need to close your eyes, just to let that numbing drop get everywhere. And then when we do the cleaning, that also stings, but hopefully that numbing drop has gotten everywhere. And if it still stings quite a bit, then you just let us know. We can keep giving you numbing drops to make sure. Some people do take a little bit more than others, but the more relaxed you are, then the more that numbing drop can kind of get into like all the little corners, and then keep things numb throughout the procedure. And throughout the procedure, we'll still be giving you more numbing drops. So after that part, then there's gonna be a really, really bright light. And that light, right when it comes in, I'll warn you, but for almost everyone, even with a warning, they're like, oh my God, that is really bright. But just try to keep staring at it. Your eye will actually physiologically get desensitized to it. And then I'll be letting you know as well, if you're kind of looking around, giving you time to kind of settle and try to look, for the most part, straight at that light throughout the procedure. You'll feel changes in pressure, lots of water, just a lot of rinsing of the eye. The actual procedure itself should take, for each eye, about 10 minutes or less. And most of that time is me just rinsing the eye a lot. So there'll be changes in pressure during that time. And then after we finish one eye, we're going to clean up. You'll hear a lot of rustling around, and then we'll do the same thing for the other eye. A lot of times the second eye does feel different from the first eye, but That doesn't mean anything is going wrong. It just means that the brain processes things the second time around. So just try to focus on your breathing, listen to my voice if needed, just kind of zone out, look at that light in front of you, and then we do the same thing for the second eye. And then you'll be in that procedure room for about an hour, but really most of that time is us doing stuff in preparation. It's not the actual procedure itself. Right after the procedure, your pupils will be very dilated and there'll be some swelling, some inflammation, and then we'll see you that same day for a pressure check, and then we'll see you the next day as well. We should have already gotten those appointments all settled, and then we usually see you again in a week. It's not uncommon for the eye drops to keep the pupils dilated for more than 24 hours. So if that's the case, that will come down. And then as the pupil comes down, that kind of glowy, halo-y vision should come down as well. Usually the next day, people do feel okay enough to do the things that they need to do, but it might take 1 to 2 days to feel really safe. Don't do anything that's not safe. If you are having trouble, let us know. We can sometimes provide some eye drops or glasses that can help you during that kind of initial healing period. That should be everything that I want to cover. Make sure you do have a driver on that procedure day, and just in case if you need one for the next day, if you can take a few days off of work just to give yourself some leeway. But the vast majority of patients the next day can do most of the things that they want to do. Keep those eye covers, reference our pre-op, post-op instructions if you have any other questions. Hopefully this video will make you feel more comfortable for the procedure day itself. And just as a reminder, your pressure check, the only time you'll be at the procedure center, Sky Park Envision, is just for the procedure itself. All your other follow-ups will be at the main office in Torrance at Del Amo Crossing. Look forward to seeing you soon. Get some rest, and excited for you to come to the other side without any more dependence on glasses or contacts.